What is up, Comedy Store? And every one of my friends who you can obviously hear. Hollywood. What the fuck? Hollywood's a crazy place, and like, I've never seen so many bearded, paranoid schizophrenics in my entire life, just roaming the streets. Like the other day, I was balls deep in this homeless guy, and he wakes up, and he's got a real attitude, you know? He's like, oh God, what the fuck's going on? Get off of me! And I'm like, dude, relax. You're eating out of my garbage can. The least you can do is show me a good time, you know? Jesus. No, but LA, I'm living in LA, and like I'm from the I'm from the East Coast rather, and wow, is that what my voice sounds like? I'm from the East Coast, and like being out here, being away from everything I know, and like being on my own for the first time is kind of crazy. And like I'm at the age where so many of my friends are regularly getting married, and worse, having kids. Jesus, like my friends Bill and Rachel have a 3-year-old daughter, and I love this girl to death. I love her. But she's a fucking dickhead. She's just like a big piece of shit, you know? And like they didn't take a lot of care in raising her or teaching her manners or common decency because she was a surprise. A horrible, horrible surprise. And like, it just boggles my mind that the kind of shit that she pulls. Like, I was over her house the other day and I was like, hey Becky, you wanna play with some blocks? She's like, suck my dick, Jeff, my blocks. And I was like, first it's Uncle Jeff, all right? Let's get the respect issue right now. But I left it alone. I went to play with her cousin and the Legos because Legos are the best toy ever. Yeah? Yeah? Well, I guess she thought so too because she came over like the Cobra Kai from Karate Kid and was like, bam, my Legos, bitch! And I was just like, I fucking lost it. And I just fucking, bam, crane kicked her right in the head. Right in the head. And she was laying there and I was like, you were an accident. Oh, you know what? She's already a piece of shit. I'm not making her any worse. But no, it's a crazy thing, life. Living in LA and like, I'm also an actor and I found myself not once, but 2 times at a porn audition.
Twice.
And I didn't know, like the breakdown said comedic peeping Tom. So I was like, I thought I was just gonna be behind a window like. No, I walk in and I read and then they're like, all right, drop your pants. Huh? So I drop my pants, you know, because I'm a whore for attention. They're like, we just want to see what you got. So out comes my dick and flaccid as the day is long. Just, you know, not even time to like work myself up to half-mast. You know, not even make a good presentation. I'm just like a regular old hanging dick. Just like, dick on balls, you know? And then, as though I'm not embarrassed enough, this fake tits with eyes at the end of the casting panel is like, so are you a shower or a grower? And I'm like, well, it gets a little bigger if that's what you're asking. I'm not working with much. I put on a good show, but I'm not like doing, you know, cartwheels up and down this thing. And then the other guy at the end of the table was like, yo, can you like get it hard right now? At this point, something clicks in my head and I'm just like, is this a porn audition? Look at me like I'm the fucking asshole, you know? Cut to 2 months later in the Valley, which should have been my first hint that something was wrong. I walk in, ask for the sides, no sides, drop your pants. At this point I'm like, ha ha ha, strange naked black man. Fool me once. Never again. Never again. But this like ruined, I love movies, but that's a big jump. Like this ruined my whole experience with movies, you know? Like I started questioning my favorite theatrical experiences and now I realize movies are bullshit. Because they paint a completely unrealistic point of view of life. Like how many completely disillusioned archaeologists are there out there who just assume that the diploma came with a hat and a whip? You know what I mean? And you never see Indiana Jones like a regular archaeological dig up to his knees in goat shit in Egypt. just like going ape shit because he found a piece of clay pot from the Mesozoic era. He just, you know, and he's a professor. But what kind of professor keeps his job after committing all of these antics? I can see him applying for tenure and meeting with his department head, and he's just like, Dr. Jones, please, Indiana. Dr. Jones. I gotta be honest, your report, it doesn't look good. Your constant absenteeism, you're gone for 2 months at a time, you show up, bruises, head to toe. Your office filled to the brim with Nazi paraphernalia. I can explain. Oh yeah, well can you explain the box full of whips and guns and your attempt to get immunity for a 10-year-old Asian child? Oh come on, we all know something funny was going on with Short Round. That's clearly a premature ejaculation joke. And like Big, how about Big? Because rape is a common theme in all our favorite movies. Big. When he goes, you know the scene where he goes to like find his best friend at the gym and tries to convince him that he's, you know, he's who he is? And he corners him in this small part of the gym in the back of an athletic closet, which is how every gay porno starts, by the way. And then he's like, no, I'm your friend Josh, and the kid freaks out and bursts into tears. I don't know about you, but when I was 10 years old, if some guy tried to tell me that he was my best friend trapped in a 35-year-old body, I would just be like, oh, neat, I'm gonna go call the police now. And then to prove it, he does that shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop, shimmy, shimmy, rob. Yeah, we literally walk down the street screaming that at the top of our lungs every day. You're clearly a rapist. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. I will accept that giant bag of candy you have, though. Because I love candy. And like you heard, I'm diabetic, and I really should eat better. And I did, woo, diabetes. That's why I'm like, ooh, diabetes. At least it's not AIDS, right? Sorry. But I was on something about eating, and like, I did try to eat better. I did try to go vegan for a little bit, but I just felt like a hypocrite. What's up? How's it going? I just felt like a hypocrite, you know, because like, we love cows, but no one gets upset about eating baby carrots. Ever. Ever. No, true vegans should be up in arms about the annual slaughter of billions of baby carrots. Ugh. Yeah, going into salads and dipped in ranch. They could grow up to be delicious carrot cakes, but these carrots will never see cake. Never. And I hate militant vegans, you know? Like I was out to dinner with my friend and her cousin, and we went to an Italian restaurant and I ordered veal parm. And when my meal comes, she looks at me and she's like, your meal offends me. So I fucking killed her. And that's how I got the stuffed vegan head that's in my living room. It really ties the room together. It's amazing. And I'm not one of those ignorant meat eaters. I ate the rest of her. I didn't waste her, and I made a lovely backpack out of her skin. I know what you're thinking, vegan skin backpack, pretentious, right? But we can't always have what we want in this world. We can't have it, which is why I'm not in a relationship. Because men, I know, so sad, not have to hear this next joke. Because like, I just can't find a woman to sync up with hard, you know? Like, here's the thing, men and women are different sexually, you know? And men, if you wake up a man by going down on him, it is the fucking sexiest thing ever. Give me a gun and shoot me in the head, because I can die happy right there. But if you wake up a woman by going down on her, it's rape. It's just fucking rape. Do not do that. Imagine some poor schmuck waking up his girlfriend on Valentine's Day. Best Valentine's Day ever! Oh God, I'm gonna wake her up with blueberry pancakes and a foot massage, but before I do that, I'm gonna unleash the mouth raping of a lifetime on her. No? Alright, well I'll end with this. What do gay horses eat?
What?
Hey! But what do lesbian horses eat?
What?
Hey!